Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some Dominion 6. Last time we did Makai from the Toho mod. And it was pretty darn powerful, and we had a pretty darn easy game. Let's see if this one's going to be as easy. 38. That is the MA Holy Empire, Haven of Light. Sounds like another Heroes of Might and Magic nation. There's a lot of those. MA Holy Empire. Okay. We're going to do another 1v1. And if you have an issue with that, you can write to me at mangmang@gmail.com. Holy Empire, Haven of Light. The humans of the Holy Empire are inspired and guided by angels. It's a feudal society driven by the rigorous edicts of the Pretender God. On the battlefield, Imperial troops are known to be extremely resistant, relying more on the mighty power of brutal force than on the delicate art of magic. Okay. So we have sort of an Ulm nation here. We're a race of humans. We've got heavy infantry, sacred cavalry. Oh boy. Fire, astral, glamour magic with some nature. Strong priests with guardian angels. Order limit +1, standard forts. Pretty simple here. Let me just go to the workshop page real quick. This is a nation based on the Haven faction from Heroes of Might and Magic 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Pathfinder. Stealth 50 for survival. Pretty standard. Landsnecht. 50 leadership, tax collector. Swordmaster, 100 leadership with defense organizer 1. Okay. Cleric, holy 1. Simple. Healing sister, nature 1, holy 1 with healer 1. Always nice to see. Vestal, glamour 2, holy 1. I do like to spare. Chaplain. Astral 2, Holy 2, Combat Caster. Again, if we're going up against a holy nation, this is the... or an undead nation, this is the bee's knees. Also... you know, not the worst idea if we go high up enough on Alteration to have a few of these to cast Will of the Fates on an army. But we'll see. Confessor. Fire 2, Astral 1, Holy 2. Yep, that's some big fire. Good, good. Sun Crusader, cap only. 160 leadership, 1 fire, 1 holy. Combat caster. Okay. Yeah, okay. An abbot. 1 fire, Astral 3, Holy 3. Fire, air, astral, glamour, 10% for another one, but they're old. So old. Okay, we're probably looking at confessors then. Yeah, big giant fire communions. Conscript. Well, it's sort of what you'd expect from a unit called a conscript. 8 protection. They do have hats. 8 defense. Pitchfork. 9 attack, 15 damage. Yeah. Brute. You get upgraded to 10 protection on the body. 9 defense with a glaive. 10 attack, 25 damage. Squire. Alright, now we're talking. 12 hit points, 15 protection, 14 defense with a kite shield. Meaning a good majority of attacks are going to go through 34 protection. 10 MR, 12 morale, 8 speed, 12 attack on the broadsword for 17 slashing damage. That's solid. Solid stuff. Crossbowman. Range 40 on the crossbow, 13 precision, 11 armor, piercing every other round, 8 protection on their body. It's a solid crossbowman. We do have access to big fire, but the problem is the usual problems with that. Praetorian. 12 hit points, 18 protection on the body, 13 defense with the kite shield, 10 MR, 14 morale, 7 speed, 13 attack on the broadsword for 18 damage. This is a very solid heavy infantry. Legionnaire. Oh boy. 12 hit points, 18 protection, 13 defense with kite shield, 10 MR, 14 morale, formation fighter 2, and they all have heavy spears. Length 3, 12 attacks, 16 piercing. I'm not sure quite what makes it a heavy spear versus a regular spear. Seems pretty similar to a lot of other stuff, but okay. But it's good. It's very good. Justicar. 11 hit points, 18 protection, 11 defense with a buckler. That's a lot worse. 10 MR, 14 morale, 9 speed. But they have a cleansing sword, 12 attacks, 16 magic / pierce damage, double versus demons. Now, it's very rare where we go up against a demon-based nation. If we did, this would be awesome. Otherwise, yeah. Vindicator. 12 hit points, 18 protection, 13 defense with a kite shield, 10 MR, 14 morale, 7 speed. Berserker +1. Berserker +1 probably bumps this up to 19 protection, down to 12 defense. But more importantly, it bumps this up to 14 attack, 19 damage, and makes them immune to rout, which is the real thing. I don't know if it's better than Legionnaires, but I would pick it probably over the Praetorians. Silverback. 25 hit points, size 4, 7 protection, 9 defense, 7 MR only, 14 morale, 28 speed is very nice. They have cold resist 5, Berserker +3. So that's going to change this to 10 protection, 6 defense, 16 attack on the bite for 20 damage. The nice thing is they only cost 1 resource. And throwing in a few silverbacks into your army, into your recruitment and stuff, not bad. They're disciplined. And they won't rout. They can attack rear and hit pretty hard on some, juicy mages. But at the same time, we have cavalry. Cuirassier. Heavy cav. 12 hit points, 18 protection, 16 defense with a kite shield, 10 MR, 14 morale, 20 speed. A heavy lance and broadsword. Mount also 22 hit points, 20 protection. Yeah, sort of the gold standard of like a heavy cav. Maybe not the silver standard of a heavy cav. Very solid. But we also have Sacred, Sunrider, cap only. 12 hit points, 18 protection, 16 defense, kite shield, 10 MR, 14 morale, 20 speed, heavy lance, broadsword, Sunsteed. Also Sacred, 22 hit points with 18 protection. 0 on its head. That is a bit of a bummer. 8 defense, 12 MR, 14 morale. Sun Awe 1, fire resist 5, poison resist 10. Dark vision 100, disease resist 100, affliction resistance 1, and a hoof attack for only 11 damage. Yeah. I mean, it's good, sacred, heavy cav. Pretty darn good. Conjuration. We have Blazing Glory. An embodiment of the sun that can burn their enemies with a sun ray and curse them with eternal guilt. Alright. Radiant Glory. Can blind their enemies and burn them with sun rays. Angel of the Host. That's a standard one. Angelic Host, you get 6 of them for 50 pearls at range with an Archangel. Contact Celestial, 35 pearls. Alteration, we have nothing. Evocation, nothing. Construction, almost certainly nothing. Enchantment, nothing. Thaumaturgy, nothing. Blood, of course, nothing. And Divine, nothing. Alright. I mean, it's a pretty simple nation. A lot of his usually are. We're gonna go with Legionnaires. Plenty of Legionnaires. And Sacred Cav, which are pretty expensive. I don't think we need to go too high in Dominion just because I'm not going to be able to afford all this. But yeah, we're looking at some scales. For sure. For Pretenders, we get Light Dragon as an option. 150 hit points. 0 natural protection is very, very iffy. It's got Fire Astral, 4 Amphibian, Auth 3, Ethereal. Yeah, giving him Ethereal is not an argument to give 0 protection. Also, he has Spirit Form, so you can't even give him, like, Iron Skin and stuff. The only thing you could really give him is, like, Invulnerability with Death. This is probably, like, one of the worst Pretenders I think I've seen. Doesn't even have a Fear Aura. Maybe if he had like Fear 10, Awe 7, I'd be like, well, I mean, maybe if you could get him Air Shield or something, maybe. But no, there's nothing redeeming there. Jesus. That's it. That's the only unique Pretender they get. Well, I like monsters. It's pretty brain dead and easy. We do tend to do that every time with these 1v1s. We could try a Rainbow Mage. I'm not... Like, we could do an Imprisoned Rainbow Mage for full stat bless and make our Sacreds kind of obscene. Although Baphomet is a good option for that, too. Okay, so let's say we do Imprisoned Baphomet. Let's say we're doing 1-1. I could see maybe Productivity 2. But let's try to make the Bless pretty obscene. Let's say he's got 7, 7, 7. Maybe 5 on that, because we also want to give him Death 5. There you go. So obviously Blood Surge is important. Stygian Flesh eventually. Attack, 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 attack. And yeah, morale. Pretty good. Alternatively, we could do Undying Enchanted Blood, which, based on their low health and not obscene protection, I might be better off. Okay, instead of that, let's go for full... Let's do that. Full Working Man. That is pretty brutal. And he's also pretty useful to jump onto stuff with 7 fire, 7 astral, 5 death. Like, he'll tear some shit up pretty well. He doesn't have absurd hit points. He's only at 100, and he has no protection with Spirit Form. So he is going to kind of rely on invulnerability. But he also typically won't even get hit, just due to Firestorm right out the gate. And all the other fire magic and stuff that he can spam out. So, yeah, this is what we're going to do. I could take Misfortune 1 to get 7 Dominion. Yeah, just because that's pretty useful for Dominion conflict. Well, the Sunriders are going to be pretty obscene, to be honest. Okay. We'll stick with that for now. For research, well, we don't need to rush anything exactly. These Blazing Glory, Radiant Glory could be good. So I guess if anything, I want sort of site searching. So let's just get that to start. Okay, sure. It didn't trigger Blood Surge, so I can't really see. But they're already sitting at 17 attack before Blood Surge. So, yeah, 20 attack. Pretty good. Yeah, they're just so expensive, man. 100 gold a pop. Really debilitating if they were to die. But they don't die, do they? This heavy cab's too fucking good. We're up against Pyrene. With his own sacred heavy cab with fire resist. Good thing I didn't go for flaming weapons. His entire nation has fire resist. That's not great. We might need to pivot here. To glamour mages, I guess. We gotta go for despair. Yeah, that's gotta be what we go for. Shit. Lost a mount. How did that happen? Hit Sunsteed in the head with a sling for 18 damage and 13 damage. Yep. Because they have 0 protection on their heads. What are you gonna do, you know? A lot of barbarians. We want to hold a moment before we do that. Alright. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. But this is all part of the fun. This is why we don't look at the nation ahead of time. We gotta pivot on the fly and make it work. Get that augury going now. And, yeah. Lava lake. Could also start building temples. Ugh, he took Dershid. That's really not great, man. Because he happened to be there at winter and he crossed over. Messages arrived from Pyrene. Alright, we bumped in Epernia. This will be a test. I lost 10 legionnaires there. Ouch. Somehow. I'm not sure how I lost 10 legionnaires, but I did. Shit, 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 shit. Got withering weapons. That's how I'm losing units. Yeah. That's pretty nasty. Withering weapons, blur, enchanted blood, and blood surge, and heroism. That's pretty bad. He probably has a better bless than I do, and his Sacred Heavy Cav are kind of better than mine are. They have 16 hit point base, 21 protection, 16 defense with a kite shield, 10 MR, 13 morale, with fire and cold resist. 13 attack, 19 damage. The Mouflon has 26 hit points with 18 protection, and head protection. My guys have 4 less hit points, like 3 less protection. I think the same defense. Yeah, same defense, same shield. 13 and 17, so he's got 2 more damage than I do. Yeah, he has better Sacred Cav, better Blessing, better subs. I have to basically rely on mages here, which is never good, because this wasn't a magic nation. We were supposed to rely on our troops. Yeah, I guess let's go down to Conjuration 4 then, to see if my summons are any good. Shit. Caught a disease. I wonder if he caught that here. That would be good for me. And he died from that disease. Got 4 priests just sitting there jerking off. Okay, that's fine. Godric Unicorn the Paragon Knight has appeared. A level 3 priest with 150 leadership. He comes with 2d6 Praetorians. But he is old. He's real old, too. I wish they wouldn't do... You know, if I made a custom nation, there would be no old age. It would be banished. Okay. Maybe. Alright, good. Didn't lose any Emerald Knights, but... Isabel Greyhound, the Queen, has joined us. She showed up at my gates. Another old fucking military commander. I appreciate the gesture, but I don't have that many troops. Probably should build a fort here in Epernia. Alright. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. He fucking won that. God damn his cavalry. That's how he's winning on the back of cavalry. Now you're just throwing away your... I mean, that's good. Yeah, do shit like that more often. Okay. Yeah, there's not much else I can do with 2 glamour, so I guess we're preparing then for the big boy to maybe do something. Firestorm's not super hot. It's still okay, but nowhere near as good. It makes him pretty vulnerable. We gave him big astral death and blood, so we're probably looking at like rigor mortis. Yeah, rigor mortis is going to be our best bet then. It is kind of heavier troops. So we'll need enchantment 6 for that. Withering weapons is the problem. I don't think I really want to take this province. Like, it's not that valuable to me. But we have a tendency here to sit on the border for too long. And then we get boned for it. I mean, it's not valuable to me because it's possibly a death site. That's what I'm referring to. Yeah. I'm gonna bring mages in. This guy's got 22 attack, 20 damage. Mount has... And the mount is rowdy. Why is the mount rowdy? Why are all the mounts routing? I don't know. All right. So now we want to switch to hold. Now we can get a little group blur in effect. Assuming I have it. I do not, because I didn't go all down alteration yet. We do have false fetters instead, but it's range 15. It's not super good. I guess we can toss out some luck in lieu of anything else. Yeah, alright. Cast luck twice, and then despair. That's the script. Stick to it. They are formation fighters, so AoE 1's not the worst. Alright, let's try getting a Blazing Glory and see what we get out of it. We lost Binoff. That's not good. Also, can you guys... There's definitely some nasty shit on this. Oh, Inkpot End, yep. Well, let's take this so we can get rid of it. Blazing Glory. The Sacred, 18 hit points, 0 protection, 13 defense, 15 MR, 20 morale. It's got Awe 2, Fire Resist 25, Susceptible to Cold 5, Poison 15, Heat 3, Ethereal, Fire Shield 8, Fate Weaving 14, Spirit Sight, Death Cursed, Blink, Disease Resist 100. And then it has Flame Strike, 12 attack, 11 armor piercing AoE 1. And that is keyed off of Strength. Interesting. That seems a little unusual. Stygian Flesh would have been much better. Had I known this unit existed and its stats and everything, we probably would have gone Stygian Flesh. Stygian Flesh Fear, although Fear requires Turmoil, and I don't know if I would have taken that. Stygian Flesh Dread. The other one I'd have to make up Abbot. I guess I can try making an Abbot. Okay. Alright, let's make it happen. Well, pretty good. I mean, honestly, pretty good. I think we would have lost a lot more if not for the despair spam. I think they folded relatively quickly. Alright, we got it, but now we gotta get the fuck off of here before we all get diseased. So let's go to Dubros. Nuh-uh. That's not enough, my friend. That instant route like that. This is why we like despair spam. Always have. Always will. Fuck it. Go hard. Defeat in detail. He has a bigger army than I do. Keeping in mind that I have 85 sitting here, which means he can move a lot more than that. He is taking the water with something. Pretender, maybe. I don't know. But this is vulnerable. Yeah, those barbarians won't move, so I might have to just take that back. Spare. 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 Again, like, I think we would have lost a lot more. His Emerald Knight's only got 1 kill. He is besieging us, though. That's what happens when the Emerald Knights go up against PD. And now I have to go back onto that death site to clear it off. Alright, Isabel Greyhound, Queen. You shall slay. Alright, don't make abbots. Go back to Vestals. We want a lot of them. You, however, can make Radiant Glory. bothers me if it's not symmetrical. There you go. That was a little messier. We only lost 12 Legionnaires, so again, really pretty good. I'm happy with this strat. We lost Utenshire. That's not surprising. What? How can he still cast Divine Blessing? Oh, well, if not, he can, so do that. I don't want to sit here. This sucks. I hate that. That's so shit. And I'm not, like, gonna give up this spot to him just because of that. So, it's fucked. Radiant Glory, 17 hit points, 0 protection, 12 defense, all 1. Ethereal, Blink, Flame Strike. How is this different? Got 1 less hit point, 1 less defense, doesn't have Fate Weaving, doesn't have Fire Shield. Am I missing something, or is this a mistake? Blind their enemy. Again, I think this is something meant to have Eye Vengeance, but it doesn't. So don't make the Radiant Glories. Even has 1 less awe. Yeah, don't make the Radiant Glories. Blazing Glories are better. Granted, they're a different cost, but still, don't do it. Losing a lot of Legionnaires here, but remember, a lot of them are diseased. So a good number of them have, like, you know, 4 health or something. Any hit that lands is probably going to kill them. Let's sit here and wait for reinforcements. I don't know why I want to protect this with fucking conscripts. Shit. I should be spending my money on units. Yeah, Angel of Host will be good. We can actually get one every turn. So, why don't you go for that? We're losing Legionnaires. But he lost 130. That's pretty good. Alright, we gotta step through the shithole. Step through the shithole. Another battle in Utenshire. How long do you think you can keep up this pace? Another 58. It's a lot of, you know, Pyrenean, spearmen, swordsmen, things like that. I'm gonna try to hold out there in Utenshire without the reinforcements for a little bit longer. To try to pick up more provinces that I can hold for income purposes. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna spend money here just for a little bit of support, archer support, and you know anything, any kludge or something can help. Good, good, good. They're down to 71 legionnaires. Ravages of disease, my friends. Fuck. Could have gone for Stygian flesh. But it's an incarnate. I was a little iffy on that. Our god has arrived. What is he gonna do? I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'm gonna teleport onto something. If I was a real badass, I'd just jump on his capital and hold it, but I don't know if my boy's got that in him. Because he needs... If we're gonna go for rigor mortis, you need 3 death gems. I can load him up with like 40 and, you know, that's a good number of battles. But if we wanted to go for something to give him that many, you have to go all the way up to the Ancient Casket, which requires Blood 1, which we have. 5 Blood Slaves we can get pretty easily. It's probably what we want, but it's a long ways off. Hoping they can hold. Go ahead and get me a commander. We can get angels now. Angel of the host. So just start getting one of those every turn. Good. So here's the Angel of the Host, Sacred, which is great. 17 hit points, 23 protection on the body, 26 versus Mundane, 0 on the head, but that would be 15 versus Mundane on the head. 17 defense with a parry 5 shield, 17 MR, 20 morale, off 5, shock 5, fire 5, flying, spirit sight, praise 3. So well inside friendly dominion. The dominion might be raised by up to 1 per month. Success chance is 30%. They also have heavenly swords, 15 attack, 21 magic slashing damage, armor piercing, and 7 armor negating damage versus undead and demons, and AoE 1, 7 armor piercing fire. That's an extra effect. Regardless. You don't have to hit, you don't have to do anything. It just happens in the square where you swing your weapon. That's really good. Unfortunately, most of their troops, most of everything they have is fire piercing, fire resistant, but still. Now, the only downside is that one of these costs 7 pearls. So it's a little tricky to get these in large numbers, but honestly, even 5 of these is a bit of a force to be reckoned with as part of an army. And thankfully, we can get one every turn. Can't believe I lost a mage. Fuck. That's a not unsizable force. We lost another mage. 5 more legionnaires. Another Sunrider. But he lost 107. That's good. Severely damaging Gray Barrier. Yeah, just hold on. Keep making Vestals. Our PD Kludge plus Despair is a pretty good combo for, you know, packs like that, so we don't lose anything. He did hit us in Great Barrier with a hefty amount. That's iffy. We lost 11 Legionnaires and a Sunrider. Real problem is we don't have a Bless on our Sunriders here. Despite that, though, that's pretty phenomenal. Although he didn't have any of his Sacreds there. We breached Grey Barrier. I hesitate to go on it, though. If you can bypass the disease, please do so. I think I'm going to move these guys on a Grey Barrier and move this reinforcement to Utenshire. That's probably my plan. A Shadow Seer has died and his retinue has sworn itself to your cause. Ormurtag the Grey Lord and 6 Grey Knights. Okay. Also, he lost Night March to Barbarians. That works for me. Alright, you're gonna move here, you're gonna move here. And you're all gonna move here. They should have access to Group Blur. That's probably a better bet than Luck. If I had Group Luck, but I don't think they can even cast that. Oh no, I don't have Group Blur. How do I still not have it? Alright, never mind. Alright, Ormurtag, the Grey Lord. 18 hit points, 13 protection, 21 defense with a kite shield. 14 MR. Are you wearing something better? You are wearing something better. You got 18 protection. Good. 18 protection, 19 defense with the kite shield, 14 MR, ethereal with a heavy lance and magic sword. The shadow steed, 24 hit points, 20 protection, ethereal. Hell yeah. And the gray knights are also all ethereal, heavy cav. Yes, please. You're gonna join them. You're 27 speed, they're 20 speed. So you're gonna have to go a bit further back here. That's fine. You'll do fine. Alright. Rotating to the guard that I didn't script. Yep, that's fair. Arena battle. Should I send the Grey Lord in? I think so. I think he could be pretty phenomenal with that. Alright, so then you're all going to storm, except for you. You're going to compete. And I think we should dump these guys off on somebody. Sure. Yeah, good. Good, good, good. Go ahead and build a temple. And things are going well enough. I could build legionnaires here, but I worry about my financials. Alright, a battle in Utenshire. Pretty minor. Yeah, it's not great, but they're not blessed. Battle of Grey Barrier. With the Grey Knights just flying through the walls. We lost 1 Grey Knight, 4 Legionnaires, 3 Sun Riders, but killing 47 more of his shit and taking another fort. Pretty good. Oh, he didn't even enter. We just won. We got the Champion's Medal and 22 Fire Gems. I'll take that to the bank. Also, we're under siege here, so break it. Now, that does mean this guy's going to have 54 speed. But luckily, he can be programmed to just hold another turn. Still probably be too fast, but he's going to be hard to stop. 20 protection, 24 defense, because he got increased protection value. So he got 3 natural. And he's got luck built on. Yeah, he'll be pretty good. Now, if he launches on Utenshire with this amount, that's bad. Let's make it count. We also have quite a few angels now, which is good. Yeah, he can lead them, but we got 6 angels. Doesn't sound like much, but when they're that good, it is quite a bit. I'll roll out with that as reinforcements. Okay, so he cleared the Grey Barrier for me, losing 25 units in the process. That's great. This Bog Beast all at Poison Cloud. That's great. I would have lost a lot there. I would have been pissed. Thanks, pal. Oops. Butenshire. Yeah, that's a pretty big army. I don't have that many mages. We did lose it. Fuck. I built a temple there. That was my reinforcements. 21 sacred's gone. Yeah, I mean, that's... If the AI ever actually pulls his dick out of his pants and puts his units to work, like, it's pretty bad for me. Alright, it begs the question then of what do I do with my other army? We only have 148 here, you know, it's not that good. We kind of rely on PD for a lot of fights. This is ideally when I would jump, but I don't think he's got much in him. Could summon quite a lot of fire elementals if I gave him a lot of gems. He can cast Rigor Mortis. That alone might do it. Okay, cast Rigor Mortis, and then maybe just spam Horde of Skeletons. 5 death is pretty good. I know, 0 protection. It's not great. It's not great. It's a Hail Mary play just to maybe keep my shit alive. Oh, also, he could do Ether Warriors, but we have a much better option. Alright, Godspeed, Spider-Man. What could possibly go wrong? Yep. Burned right through my shit. Didn't give a fuck about the fatigue. They almost fatigued out. But it wasn't enough. Nothing I would have cast would have been enough. I needed invulnerability. That probably would have saved my life. Yeah, he's a bit of a menace, I gotta say. He didn't pop it immediately. That's very surprising. He almost did, but not quite. It's good. Might get a little disease there. Wow, nice. Okay. Doomstack is doing okay. Good, good. Now he's breached, but that's fine, because we have the army ready to rock. Actually, you weren't part of this, were you? No, you were. Am I correct in assuming that I still don't have... I still don't have group blur. Fine. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay. Should be fine. And our god's back. See some angels do some serious killing here. Pretty good. Lost 1 legionnaire there. He lost 198. Those are the kind of numbers we strive for. The 6 angels got 32 kills. That's good. Very good. Yeah, nice. Great Barrier, he beat the PD. We're under siege. That's good. We need to get the fuck off of this province. And we're just doom stacking now. Right onto Udenshire. Yeah, so you got a chest wound and an ever-healing wound. Not good. He's not absurdly useful. We really need to get Alteration 5, unfortunately. Maybe 6. So you're researching for now. And just keep summoning angels. It'll work out. It'll work itself out. There's a battle in my capital from birds. That's a Hail Mary play if I ever saw one. We attacked Utenshire. Pretty simple. Dershid, some adventurers fighting foul spawn. Gray Barrier's been breached. We'll fix that real fast. We are hemorrhaging money again. We are very much winning on Dominion, though, so that's good. I could get temples here, here, and here if we weren't losing money constantly. I guess that's cool on mages for the moment. Not for all moments, but for the moment. $16 legionnaires on that one, 2 Sunriders. But he lost 160, so still in our favor. We lost Utenshire. I didn't have much PD there. I assume he's got griffins that just land on our commanders, and that's it. Alright. Battle in Dubros from birds. We defended. Battle in Utenshire. We lost 16 legionnaires, 6 Sunriders. That was a little bit more painful. He had some ghosts out there. And, of course, his sacreds with their damn withering weapons. They didn't get any kills directly, but they get decay on us, and that's it. We also lost Fosdir, because I had very little PD there. Good thing we didn't build temples in these places. If you get enough PD, you know, it does sort of lock the AI down where he just won't move. We could get Eternal Pyre and get 20 Fire Gems a turn. And then we could get a lot of Summer Lions. Fuck yeah, I'm on board with that. If you're gonna sit here, give me Summer Lions. Battle in Grey Barrier. He's now sieging. Battle in Fosdir. No problem. Battle in Utenshire. No problem. Okay. Summer Lions. Although they do have that heat aura. They're kind of like my least favorite option because of that. The problem is there isn't many good fire options that don't involve heat auras. I guess there's Blazing Glory. We could get a lot of Blazing Glories. Didn't they have a heat aura, though? Yeah, they also have a heat aura. I mean, it's a fair argument. But it's just annoying. Fire Snakes have it. Flame Spirits, of course, have it. Yeah, there isn't an option, really. Let me just look real quick. Terracotta Army, if I had Earth. Fire Earth. That's a nice option that doesn't have Heat Aura, but everything's going to have Heat Aura. Shit. Well, I mean, it's still gem income that we can convert to other stuff, so it's not that terrible. It's just sort of annoying. You could have an army, though, of just Summer Lions, which is not bad. All right, I'm on board with that. Battle in Utenshire from 1 Marquess. No problem. Battle in Great Barrier. Lost 4 Legionnaires. He lost another 90. We're holding steady here. Also get us another commander. Get us some more PD. Get us 2 commanders. Ooh, we lost 2 mages on that one. That sucks. But we got reinforcements. He also took Utenshire again, because we just cannot stop those griffins from landing on my like 1 commander and killing them. It's pretty obnoxious. Battle for Utenshire. Again. Also, I didn't take angels because I'm an idiot. Let's... Oh, shit. Don't do that. Let's send out another mage. With all the angels. The battle in Utenshire. Now with PD. Perfect. Still haven't lost a single angel, so that feels good. Still haven't lost the Grey Lord, and we have 5 Grey Knights still, so... Yeah, this is good. This is good. We like this. I don't like, yeah, anybody that can avoid Inkpot Do it. Yeah, I actually cannot get 3 fire, can I? Oh no, the abbots... No, they can't. Well, okay, they can, but realistically, they can't. Yeah, so he's the only one that can summon these summer lions. I could have someone else summon fire drakes. Slowly but surely. The problem with all this, of course, is that the heat aura is useless against the enemy. Thankfully, summer lions don't do fire damage. They do magical slashing damage. But fire drakes would not be very good. Okay. Battle in Gray Barrier. He brought out the elephant riders. Wait a minute, do we ever get group? Oh, we got group blur! Our time has come! I don't know if it's better than luck. I mean, as an effect, it's not, but we affect 3 times as many soldiers. So, would I rather have everyone group blur or a third of my army with luck? Probably blur. Probably, I would imagine. Yes. We're gonna go with it. So group blur twice, and then despair. Now, yeah, false fetters, it's just too low of range, and it can affect allies. That's what makes despair so good. It doesn't affect friendlies. I love it. I love it, and I'll never stop loving it. We just want everyone casting blur, because I want to get it on the angels too. Everybody gets it. Wasn't this nation supposed to be the one that doesn't rely on magic much? It's alright. It's alright. We got this. We got this. Battle in Utenshire. Let's see how we do. Blur. So they effectively, for melee, have a defense of 15 now. Okay, we lost 3 legionnaires still. They also didn't get a single kill. I'm not sure how concerned I should be about that. But the angels are gonna clean the fuck up now. We got 16 of them. Oh, we're also repairing the walls in Gray Barrier faster than they are damaging. If we were going to move out onto another place, now would probably be the time. I think we might want to take full of Thras. Let's get some big PD here that makes him think twice and go take it. We're up to 42 Summer Lions. Yeah, I mean, that's a force, man. That's a fourth. They got 44 hit points each. 11 defense, 15 MR, 50 morale, 20 speed, ethereal. With 14 attack, 19 magic damage, bites, and stuff. Like, they're pretty nasty. I was recruiting a mage at some point. Oh, I just wanted a priest, really. Okay. Let's take you guys. You got this. You got these. You're gonna grab some angels and a mage. Roll out. Battle in Betaine, we defended. Battle in Utenshire, we defended. Excellent. Battle in Grave Barrier. Oh, I thought he was... Fuck. I thought he wasn't damaging it. I guess he reinforced it and I didn't notice. Whoops. Battle in Binoff, defended. Thras has been breached. Good. Storm it up. Let's have you, Ilzar. You're gonna take all these. You may as well take this shit too. Just attack. I don't know, you'll figure something out. Just trying not to get too close. Go take that back. Battle in Utenshire, defended. Battle of Thras. I don't like screams like that after a crossbow shot. Yep, we lost a mage. And we lost a Grey Knight and all that. Damn you. Damn you to hell. Go ahead and build a temple. We're going to put PD here. And we'll go take Remesia next. Theoretically. Also, I would say that our big boy is potentially ready to go. Getting to Construction 7 at this rate is going to take a long time. I actually have the minion on his capital, which is not good for him. So if I were to jump, we can cast Invulnerability, Soul Vortex. I could cast Darkness, but that's not really going to save us. Body Ethereal. Rigor Mortis is still probably my best bet. Just load him up with gems. If he dies, I won't really cry about it. We'll probably get him back, because I just have a lot of priests, but it's not the end of the world. Battle in Pyrene. Yeah, I didn't really set him to conserve. Just wanted him to survive that at least. Battle in Utenshire, which he took. Battle in Pyrene, again. Oh, please don't cast shit. No, he did cast shit. That's how you're gonna run out of gems real fast, dude. Battle in Ramesia. Easy enough. I kind of hesitate to say we could win this with no blessing or anything and only 65 units. This seems like a little bit of a I'm dead sort of situation. Not saying he can't win, just iffy. Hmm. Shit. You're here to bless, so you're gonna fucking bless. You, my friend, are gonna put it on conservative. There's a battle in Pyrene. Now he's angry. Not angry enough. Very good. Pretty much out of rigor mortis, though. The Summer Lions, in effect, ran him over. Oh, that's right. Those things have blink. I should put them on hold. Well, one of them died, so... Surprisingly, the one that I said was better died. Well, you never know. Okay, he vacated Utenshire, so that's good. We're going to reinforce Ramesia. Oh, there's an arena match. I forgot to check. Ramesia has been breached. His dominion is very low, including not present on his capital. Yeah, it'll be fine. Storm it. Battle in Pyrene. He's mustering what he's got. What he got ain't much. Yeah, spam that terror, baby. Battle for the fortress, Vermesia. Damn your crossbows being accurate. That's some targeted bullshit. Lost another mage, and we finally lost an angel. But they did get 57 of the kills. Yeah, Angel of Host, very strong. Music ended, and I don't like that, so... Yeah, easy peasy. Still lost 2 legionnaires. Battle in Pyrene, I think he finally took it from me. Yeah, air elementals. But, you know, we did some good work there. We held off his recruitment and everything quite a bit. I feel comfortable marching on his capital and holding it. Especially with it being in our dominion. Battle in Pyrene. Battle in Nightmarsh. He took it. Battle in Ragdan. We defended. We attacked Grey Barrier with Summer Lions. Run them over, Rock. All right. Just a matter of time. Oh, you guys can preach here. Oh, shit. Suppose that makes sense. We defended Ragdan. Oh, we won. We defended Llama. And, yeah, we won. Wow, okay. It was a bit anticlimactic. But all that preaching on his capital, they were like, all right, fine. Your god's better. Even though we just watched him die. It's all good. Whoa, okay. Excellent. Well, you know, that was good. I think that was good. We were planning on big fire communions, but I think that would have been a much worse strategy overall due to having no fire resist on my troops. And us also not even giving it... Did we put fire resist on our bless? I think we did, right? No, we didn't. Yeah. So, it would have been rough. So I'm glad we went with Despair. I forgot how much I love Despair spam. That is very powerful. I mean, it's not the only fear effect. It's not the only fear spell in the game. Because there's also Terror, which is 3 death, 5+ area effect for a fear 3 max -10 penalty. But this affects friendlies. And there's also a nature version, Panic. Pretty much the same thing, 5+ area effect, but it's a Frighten 1, max -5 penalty. It doesn't affect friendlies, but it's not very potent. Frighten 1. Whereas Despair is Frighten 4. Although this is MR negates, I suppose. And Panic is not. But it's just a very minor spell, so it usually doesn't get used much. I'd rather have Despair. Yeah. There's no bigger version of that as far as I understand. Like, I think Terror is the highest end. Although that's Fear 3. Fear 3 versus Frighten 4. What's the difference? I don't know. But Despair is great. Very great spell. I think that won us a lot of battles. Outside of that, I mean, it's a fairly kind of standard nation. There's not a lot to talk about here. It's pretty minimal. It's fine. I mean, you got crossbowmen. If you want crossbowmen, we could have used some of those to win stuff. If we were up against demons specifically, which is very uncommon, these are great. The Vindicators would have been also a very strong option. But, I don't know, Legionnaires with spears, and they have, like, the same protection, same defense values. The only benefit of the Vindicators really is their Berserker +1. So they would swing for 14 attack, 19 damage. So it's a harder hit. Against Pyrene, there is value in that, but they're also slightly more expensive. I don't know. Yeah, we probably could have gone with Vindicators. Silverbacks, yeah, they're fine, but when you have Sacred Heavy Cav, you use Sacred Heavy Cav. And I think the Sun Riders did pretty well for themselves, but obviously the real highlight for us was the Angels, which is not a spell unique to this nation. I mean, like, Maragnon gets Angels and stuff. They're just really freaking good, as you saw. And even though you get 1 per turn and they cost 7 pearls, which is pretty hefty, if you just got a guy summoning one every turn for 15 turns, that's a really painful little force to deal with. Yeah, our god didn't actually do much, but I think that's fine. I mean, here this shows that you can win without really using your pretender much. I do think him holding Pyrene down for a few turns was pretty valuable. But yeah, he wasn't stomping all around the map. He went in the water with something and then never capitalized on that ever again. They never build temples in the water because they can't figure out how to get a priest down there. Yeah, solid game. Definitely not as cheesy and cheap as the last nation we played. If anything, it borders on being maybe a little underpowered, but yeah, maybe a little bit. Like, if you compare this nation to, like, MA Man, it's, you know, it's okay. They do have crossbows in MA, which is pretty nice if you're going to use them, and they have kite shields to sort of, they have kite shields and high enough protection to probably warrant that you could use crossbows with, like, Vindicators and stuff. So, yeah, it's solid. Just not particularly, like, unique or innovative. But anyways, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Dominion 6. We'll see you fine folks next time.